Why don't we go next to Tim from Orlando, Florida? Tim from Orlando, Florida, welcome to the program. What's on your mind today?
How you doing, David?
Doing well.
Okay, that was my way to check if you could hear me. Um, well, I've been listening to you for not too long. I'm a technological invalid, so I just figured out how to raise my hand on Discord.
Appreciate that. Well, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your work. And my question is, I've heard so many callers, and I really appreciate that you do this. I think it's fantastic that you do it. But I've heard so many callers that I'm wondering why you don't talk about vote swapping.
By vote swapping, do you mean that someone in one state and someone in a different state, for strategic reasons, look at, hey, I'll vote for your candidate here if you vote for mine there. That way my candidate maybe will win your state, but it won't change the popular vote.
Exactly, because I've heard several callers come on, like a guy from New York says, "I'm just not going to vote for Joe.
Yep.
I'm going to vote third party candidate," right? And that's great. He can vote third party candidate in New York because that doesn't hurt us at all. But where I am in Florida, for instance, I could say, okay, I'm going to vote third party, especially if Florida's going to be red no matter what.
Yep.
I could vote third party and then talk to someone in the battleground state and say, hey, you know, okay, I don't like Biden. I don't like, especially some of the things happen in Israel and Palestine and stuff, but I don't like Biden, but I really don't like Trump. So I want the world to hear my vote, and I'm gonna vote for a third party candidate because I think there needs to be a third party or a true second party, et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera.
I
So,
think the
and it,
reasons why it's
yeah,
not bigger are, number one, I've read in some jurisdictions it may be illegal because it's a form of vote manipulation or even vote buying. Like you're buying a vote with another vote. So that the legality is a question mark, but let's put aside the legality for a second. There's really no way to verify whether both parties actually followed through because voting is private and confidential. So it
mhm,
relies on a lot of trust between the specific people that are trading the votes. You can
yes,
argue that it distorts results because it will make it seem as though there is a much more even distribution of support for candidates across states when in fact it may not be the case. And then it will potentially distort the ways in which campaigns are run on that basis. I think that there are practical challenges to coordinating it. I've seen no real way to at scale coordinate it, even if we could get past the verification and the legality and all of it. So I think it's an interesting idea. I generally, it's sort of like strategic voting. My view is I'm just going, wherever I'm voting, I'm going to vote for whoever most closely aligns with my views, period. And it's a much simpler and cleaner thing than let me trade you my Florida vote for your New York vote or whatever. So I think that there's a lot of different reasons why it's not taken off.
yeah. And the reason why I thought on your platform, to your point, there's a little bit of an honor code. You make sure you're voting who you said for, and I will. But within certain circles, if you live in a very blue state or a very red state, and you have a family member that lives in a battleground state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who, like my brother, is in Colorado, and he wants to vote for RFK, right? And Colorado hopefully will go blue, but
Right.
it may be a battleground state, right? So that's an example. But I appreciate your feedback
Yeah,
on it, and
I get the
and
math of
really,
it. I get the math of
yeah.
it, but the reasons I mentioned are some of the reasons for the limitation, I think. Tim, I appreciate the call.
Thanks. Keep fighting the fight, David.
Thank you. All right, you too. Let's take a quick break. We're going to take more calls on Discord right after this. So if you're holding on to talk to me, don't go anywhere because we'll be right back onto the phones.